Let me take you on a journey. Let's start at the very beginning, when the dream was to develop a system that gave everyone a choice, gave everyone the opportunity to be active and spend a lifetime in sport.
We aimed to transform lives through the power of sport, because people are at the centre of all that we do.
And the dream has started to become a reality. But we will never stop working towards our achievable goal that all disabled people can be whatever they want to be.
We listen and learn, we nurture, share and support. And because of that, there are more opportunities throughout the pathways than ever before.
People don't have a disability. They have an ability. We are dedicated, passionate and welcoming because everyone should be able to take part.
Mae chwaraeon yn anhygoel a gallant newid eich bywyd chi. Rydyn ni'n uchelgeisiol, rydyn ni'n greadigol, rydyn ni ddyfeisgar. Ac rydyn ni'n gyffroes am y dyfodol.
The future is to influence.
The future is to include.
The future is to inspire.
The future is in sport.
Y dyfodol yw insport.
Dylanwadu. Influence. Cynnwys. Include. Ysbrydoli. Inspire. Enillwyr. In sport.
Good evening, croeso, and a very warm welcome to the 2022 Disability Sport Wales Virtual Awards. I'm Sam Lloyd, and I'm delighted that you are joining this evening, but it wouldn't be the same without my co-host Davies, who will be guiding you through this fantastic night of celebrations. Welcome, Al. What a year you've had. Davies, now OB. That sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, real surreal, honoured and just the cherry on the cake, to be honest.
Yeah, fantastic couple of months, which we'll be speaking about later this evening.
Brilliant, brilliant. Yes, what a year it's been. I'm delighted to be back presenting the awards. Of course, our second year doing it virtually. Last year, it was because of the circumstances, so we brought the awards to you, but actually the response was so amazing, we wanted to bring the whole Wales together again.
And while you're watching, do tweet using hashtag DSW Awards, as we'd love to see your pictures and comments throughout the evening.
So plenty to look forward to as we profile the last 12 months, and no doubt there are some nervous and excited finalists across Wales. But I'm delighted to be joined by our first guest, Chair of Disability Sport Wales, Gareth Thomas.
Gareth, lovely to see you. What an exciting evening. I have been all around the whole of Wales filming, and we've got some very worthy finalists and worthy winners. It's always great to be back, isn't it? Showcasing the whole of Wales and the remarkable work that's being done.
Oh, look, it's thrilling to be here. I think it's fantastic to showcase everything that's going on with Disability Sport Wales and the fantastic finalists that are on show. We've got a lot going on in Disability Sport Wales. You'll see throughout the night there's evidence of our mission being brought to life, all the things that we stand for, our principles, our values. We've got some challenges ahead. I think it's fair to say that there's going to be some change up in the next year or so, which obviously is going to be difficult for some, but we're going to do it with principle, with values and our integrity intact. And I think what we're going to see today is evidence of the outcomes that we produce by behaving in that way, really.
And sometimes we've got to embrace change, haven't we? Because, Disability Sport Wales, we never rest on our laurels. We're always trying to make the offering as best as we can.
Yeah, 100%. I think, ultimately, if we stand still, the world's going to move on, right? So we need to move with it and we need to be ahead of it. And, you look at the successes that we've had, that's not an accident. That's because of the efforts that Fee and the team are putting in place to stay ahead of everything that's going on. And that's what we need to do again. And I think, some of the changes that we're looking to make in the next 12 months or so, we're leading the way. And whilst, we recognise it's going to be difficult and we'll lead through that properly, it's important that we do that.
There is so much work going on behind the scenes in what I call the DSW core family. How proud does it make you? Because you know the amount of work that goes on with the various different elements, shall we say, of DSW.
Yeah, massively. Look, I'm privileged to do what I do, right? And I think when we sit around board tables and have conversations about stuff, but the real magic is when you see all of our officers coming in, presenting to us about the things they're doing out in the fields. It's not just about the elite athletes, it's about the community side. And you see what they're doing and the impact they're having on people's lives, and that's the bit that makes the difference. And I think the better we can organise ourselves as an organisation to enable more and more people to get involved in what we do, to showcase what we do, to lead to ultimately what these fantastic finalists are doing today, the better.
Oh, the future's bright. Thank you so much for joining us this evening on the sofa. Lovely to see you, Gareth.
My pleasure. No, it's great to be here.
Well, a huge thanks to Gareth, and lovely to catch up with him in person. The future definitely looks exciting, and the future looks brighter and more positive now that we've seen restrictions lift, with a lot of the things we did prior to the pandemic returning. However, I think we can all agree we've learnt a lot about what else we can do when face-to-face contact is not possible. The Get Out, Get Active programme is one which has taught us a lot about what we can do when times are tough. So to find out more, let's hear from Nia Jones from the DSW team.
Hi, my name is Nia Jones and I am the Get Out, Get Active manager for Wales. GOGA is a UK-wide project that works with the least active disabled and non-disabled people, helping them to be more active together through genuinely inclusive opportunities. The project puts the participant at the centre of everything that we do, meaning that we do the activity that they want, at the place that they want, at the time that they want, so that they will be more engaged. We have got some brilliant things going on here in Wales, but you don't want to hear any of that from me. So please let me introduce you to our 3 officers who are working on the ground in Wales with some amazing activity.
Hi, I'm Emma Jones and I'm the GOGA officer here in North Wales. Our project works to support disabled and non-disabled people from the LGBT+ community. We're so excited about the work that's been taking place here over the past 18 months. We've had the Conway Dragons, Feel Good Fridays, ballroom dancing and Alex Sweeney's online discos, as well as working with a whole range of partners. We're really looking forward to the summer, attending events, promoting the work of GOGA and signposting participants to our trusted frontline organisations. We're so proud of our region, to work on behalf of Pride Cymru and Disability Sport Wales, and to work with those who strive to reduce barriers, understand participants' needs, and advocate on behalf of the LGBT+ community.
Hello, my name's Katie Bowie-Hallam and I'm the Get Out, Get Active activator that covers West Wales. So my project focuses on elective home education, focusing on communities from Pembrokeshire, Carmarthenshire, Ceredigion and Powys. And I'm really excited to say we've got some new and upcoming opportunities coming available. So it's been a really tough time trying to get things off the ground, but we are lucky that we've got expansion in Pembrokeshire. So we're expanding on our weightlifting sessions, and come in Carmarthenshire we've got swimming lessons coming on development, and then in the future we're working closely with our EHE officers across Powys to get some up and activity running there. So hopefully now in these next few months we've got more opportunities for families to access that they can socialise with and overall have a good time learning and developing together.
Hi, my name's Asa White. I'm the Gwobr officer for Newport, Cardiff and Swansea. Some really exciting times. We got some great weekly provision going, like football, basketball and swimming for people living with a disability, but also for people not living with a disability, like their friends and their family members. We've also connected to a variety of different locally trusted organisations to maximise the impact that Gwobr has here in South Wales.
I hope you enjoyed hearing about all the brilliant things that the team have to offer. If you want to get in touch, please do so through one of our social media channels, and I'll hopefully see you at a Gwobr session soon.
Oh wow, there's some fantastic programmes out there in Wales.
Yeah, and I really wasn't aware of the work that Get Out, Get Active are doing and how they reach out to the communities is phenomenal. And now, you know, we all know that volunteers are the lifeblood of Welsh sport and the vital role they play in achievements of our athletes, participants, be it taxi driver, health professional, teacher or family member.
You know, throughout your career, who's really been instrumental to you, would you say?
Oh, there's so many people, you know, there's too many people to think of, but I think back to the start, my parents, the time they gave up, sacrificing their own lives, rushing me about to venue, giving me every opportunity, you know, I wanted. You know, I was very lucky in that aspect.
Yeah, without question.
Well, let's move on to the first award of the evening, as it's a very special award. It provides an opportunity for a participant, athlete or coach to nominate the person or people who have been key in them achieving their success and have helped them in their own personal journey.
So let's now take a look at who's been nominated for my Inspiring My Journey award, sponsored by Admiral.
Hello, my name is Ellen Williams. I am 12 years old, I have cerebral palsy and I do paradraftsage, and these are the people who inspire me. So, the first person I'd like to talk about is Kelly Hughes. She is my groom / she rides the pony in for me, and this is why she's so inspiring to my journey. So Kelly will run around, make sure everything's ready, and she rides the pony round, so when I get on I know that the pony is all warmed up and I can have the best ride to me I can, and she's literally a lifesaver. The next person I would like to talk about is my man, Kevin. Now, I have so many things to say, but the main things are she's like my manager. She makes sure all my competition entries are in. She makes sure I get to places on time. She makes sure I actually clean my bedroom. And yeah, she's just incredible. She is the rock and stabiliser on me, and she just helps me so much. I'm forever grateful. So the next person I'd like to talk about is Gethin Williams, the owner of the pony I ride. He is many things to me, and one of them is probably my motivational speaker. He makes sure that I'm all pumped up before I compete, and he's a sportman himself, so he recognises what I need to do to get to the point where I want to be. I am so fortunate and grateful for him to let me ride his incredible pony Shani. Finally, but definitely not least, is my coach, Sarah Jones-Williams. So Sarah coaches me and trains the pony. I think what inspires me the most with Sarah is she recognises what she needs to do with me and the pony to make things work, and without her nothing would be able to be possible. She is the connector of all of our team, and I am so fortunate to have her as a coach because she is incredible. Those are the people who inspire me and help me with my journey, and I am looking forward to the future.
I'm Mia Lloyd, and these are the people who have inspired me on my journey. The first person I'm going to speak about is Andrew Toft, my physiotherapist. He's done extensive research into amputee runners and the issues arise from running with a prosthesis. I receive regular treatment and advice from him on the best way to keep my body in shape and prevent injuries. He's a keen runner himself and is very encouraging on my goal of becoming a successful athlete. The next person I'm going to speak about is Gemma Cutter. Gemma is a DSW Performance Pathway Senior Officer. The first time I met Gemma was when she came to the house and told me about all the amazing experiences I could have once I'd recovered from my bone cancer treatment. That inspirational meeting gave me a focus to push forward and get through my treatment. Gemma's in constant contact, checking in on what's going on in my life, not only on a sporting level, and on a personal one too. Now it's time to talk about Morgan Jones. Being a sprinter, Morgan can identify my passion for athletics. He's an amazing coach and has worked with many successful athletes, including amputees. He uses his wealth of knowledge to make me feel at ease on the track. During COVID, pathway sessions were virtual. Morgan encouraged me to set myself goals and targets to keep my mind focused and my body moving. He's been crucial in getting my confidence back on the track, especially after COVID. And finally, Paul Drayton, my prosthetist. From the first moment I stepped in Alac in Morriston, I knew I was going to be in great hands. Paul ensures I have the best possible care, from my very first special Scarlett's leg to my running blades, and most recently, my microprocessor knee. Paul works with me and listens to me. He ensures I have the best kit possible for me. These are the amazing people who have inspired me and are helping me on my journey of becoming a successful athlete.
I'm Sian and I have a proposal. Rhiannon has inspired me to take part of lots of different sports, become stronger and be the best I could be.
I really believe that Sienna wouldn't be as independent and as mobile as she is today without Rhiannon's input. And it's opened up so many different opportunities for Sienna to be able to, there's so many different sports that she's doing now. And I really believe that if it wasn't for Rhiannon, she wouldn't be where she is today.
I suppose it makes me feel incredibly happy and pleased that a family and somebody like Sienna, who I've worked with since she was 3.5 years old, has obviously developed some essential skills and physical qualities throughout those years, and obviously feels that I've played a small part in that. So for me it was an incredible feeling to be nominated.
She's one of Sienna's biggest supporters. She's given Sienna so much confidence in the ability that she really can do anything that she sets her mind to. But they do have a really special bond, and it's lovely to see, especially when we come here every fortnight, to see them so close.
I suppose over the years I've developed a lovely rapport with Sienna, but not only that, I've seen Sienna develop from a physical perspective, but also emotionally and cognitively. So I've seen this little personality kind of bloom, and she's become a more confident little girl as a consequence, which has opened up her horizons to obviously engage in and becoming more involved in sport. And I think for me, that's the success of this outcome, is not only have I seen and witnessed her develop physically and emotionally, but I now am seeing her going on to other activities and potentially getting involved in sport in her adolescent years, and maybe even going even further and competing. So to see her go on to these things makes me feel incredibly proud.
Rhiannon, your input over the years has been so fundamental with Sienna's development. We can't thank you enough. Everything you've done has helped Sienna improve remarkably, and all we can say is thank you, and we're really looking forward to the future and seeing, what Sienna does next under your care.
And let's find out who is the winner.
And the winners of the Inspiring My Journey Award are Andrew Toft, Gemma Cutter, Morgan Jones, and Paul Drayton for inspiring Mia Lloyd.
Thank you so much to all these amazing people. You've inspired me along my pathway, and I hope one day I can repay you for your kindness and generosity by making you proud. Diolch.
Wow, huge congratulations to Mia, but all the finalists are winners in our eyes, and I do not envy the almost impossible job of the panel members who had to make the difficult decision to decide all of this evening's winners from the shortlist. Not a job I would like to do.
Definitely not.
Despite the challenges that schools have had during this time, when it has been safe, we've been able to go in and deliver opportunities with Play Together to over 2,000 children, because children's attitudes to inclusion is so important. If we support our children and young people to be inclusive, then everything that comes afterwards creates opportunity.
This is a hugely important programme, and we thank Admiral for their support. So let's hear more now about the programme from the people who are delivering it.
Admiral Play Together is a creative, inclusive learning programme aimed at primary school pupils in years 5 and 6. The aim of the programme is to help pupils to create innovative ways to include all children in the games and activities that they play, whether this be in the school environment, after school, at home or in the community. Our aim is to support pupils as best as possible to help them to be inclusive in the way in which they deliver and play. We've been successful this year to deliver over 2,000 opportunities for pupils in schools across Wales in 10 out of our 22 local authorities. This has been delivered through our officer network and our sports development partners. If you're interested in getting involved in this programme for your pupils or for your school, then please get in touch and we'd be excited to support you in your journey towards becoming more inclusive.
All the programmes DSW are involved with contribute to a part of the pathway for physical activity, and for some this showcases a real talent for a sport. DSW have been involved with the stories of many disabled people across Wales, but there are many more who still aren't getting access to great inclusive opportunities. Programmes like Play Together and UK DIT can help with that, getting everyone to know they can, that there is something out there for everyone. And if there isn't, there are organisations who are keen to put that right.
That is where our next award really celebrates the work that organisations across Wales do. Whether you are a club, a sport development team, a national governing body, a third sector organisation, it is really important that our attitude to inclusion is right. The InSport Award showcases the superb inclusive work that a whole range of organisations do and how they ensure that disabled people are well connected into the opportunities provided.
So let's find out more about the great work that our 3 finalists are doing.
We open up for children from 14, but there's no upper age limit. It can be up to 90 years of age, and it honestly is open to anybody, whether you've got a physical impairment, could be you've got an old injury, or could be you've got a neurodiverse condition. We're open to anybody, and it's all about the social interaction, enjoyment. It's very much just about being a bunch of people and having fun together. What I'm particularly proud of is spending that time to understand how each person, or what we can do to maybe tweak something or be flexible to make this form of rugby work for them.
It's just snowballed really. I think the area needed it. I think the provision that we provide obviously is just open to anyone. We're inclusive, the club's amazing, you know, the location here, they've just settled in, so you'll get the first team members just coming along to the Stingray session, and yeah, it's just an amazing community, and I feel like they're my extended family now.
They work so hard for this, and it's such a pleasure to be here coaching them. Every session they bring so much enthusiasm, always smiling, always a laugh, and yeah, it's really, really great. As soon as you walk through the doors, and everyone makes you feel welcome, and no, it's great. It's always a pleasure to be here, so it's amazing.
This club has increased his confidence. It's a game he loves. He won't miss it. He's getting a chance that, you know, he probably wouldn't have got if this club wasn't here. And they're amazing, the people here. They include everybody. Everybody has a go.
It's given Dylan an opportunity to be part of a team, to make friends as well. There's no judgment. You know, he just feels part of a team and he's very proud of it, really. He thrives on coming here.
The enthusiasm of the players, some of them now played in the Principality Stadium twice, and we've been down to the Heart of Wales Sevens, and we've managed to get 4 of the boys now trained up to help, and they came to one of our WRU Easter inclusion camps and helped with the kids there, so we're trying to get them to be role models.
Stingrays are mighty.
Stingrays are amazing. Stingrays are the best.
We're now the biggest and most successful wheelchair rugby league club in Wales. We've currently got 2 teams in the Championship and Super League. We've got approximately 35 to 40 members. We've looked after our members through all sorts. We've trained them up to be coaches, referees, first aiders, mental health first aiders, and we don't see ourselves as a club anymore now, we're a family.
It's not a case of the club in itself, it's special, it's the work that they do is special. They go out, they touch so many lives, they assist people in the community, whether through the sport itself or through other means such as mental health workshops. It's branching out and showcasing that although, yes, the name of the charity does have a sport included, but the work they do outside doesn't just associate to a sport, it associates to people. We want to help one another as and when they need it, and by creating that positive environment and by creating that friendly atmosphere, it has branched out that we are just one amazing extended family of one another.
I didn't go out the house for 12 months, didn't do nothing, sat in the house. Well, I was the only amputee in Flintshire. And I seen an advert or a piece on BBC News with Bob Wilson, who was looking for players for the crew. So I rang up, came down, could I have a look? And I got in the chair half an hour later, something like that, and I haven't been out of the chair since. This has helped me get through my disability, to come to terms with it. I found this, and it's addictive. And like I say, we have a great setup here with Steve, who's been here, Bob, who started it and everything. So yeah, it's addictive.
I didn't really know anything about sports for disabled people until I came to the crew. It's fantastic. It gives you a lift. You know, it's inspiring when you watch other people as well. When you're disabled and you're not involved in anything, you're basically on your own. And that's how I was. The banter, you know, people, it's not that they don't care that there's anything wrong with you, but it's the way it's handled. You know, you can fall out your chair and there's no chance of you feeling sorry for yourself. It's just get back up and you're encouraged. They all give you encouragement and it just brightens your whole world up. It's amazing.
Being nominated for the award is a fantastic achievement for all the hard work that's done behind the scenes, for all the involvement it's given with the children, the players, even myself to get into sport and go on to represent my country. It's a stepping stone for anybody. So to be nominated is a fantastic achievement.
Ecstatic, over the moon, overjoyed, but it just goes to show what people can do when you put your minds to it. And it's proving that just because we've got a disability, whether as in mine it's hidden, or some of the other people you'll see who have got a physical one, we can do whatever we want. We're going to play rugby.
There wasn't much opportunity in the area for people with disabilities to participate in gymnastics in a safe and accommodating environment for them. So we decided to set up the club and it has thrived and we've gone from strength to strength throughout the years. We've now got about 29 members, varying abilities. We have a stay and play session now which we've created to allow some of our youngest children in the community and all over Pembrokeshire really, because they come from so far to participate in gymnastics in a fun and safe environment.
Personally, my son had been a member since he was 6, so he's now 16 and he's had the chance from little uns as you see today, and he's gone right through to represent Wales at the Special Olympics. What they've done for Leon's confidence from being non-verbal when he first started here, and now he's a little chatterbox, he's made loads of friends. Us as a family have made loads of friends. It's been amazing.
I got involved because my older sister is Down syndrome and she's been involved in the club ever since she's 3. So of course seeing her grow up I realised how important it was for her to have the opportunity to come somewhere where she felt safe, secure, and it brought out the best in her.
Lottie's only been coming for about 9 months now, but she's come on so far with her physically, she's come on with her strength and her core muscles, her stability has improved, but mostly her confidence has blossomed. Lottie's biggest wish was to win medals and trophies, and she's done 2 competitions and she's come first in both, and she's just blossomed.
Hi, I'm Lottie and I love this club because it helps me to stretch and make best friends.
Hello, my name is Jack and I go to Pembrokeshire Special Needs Gymnastics Club. I love this place because it helps people like me and so many others around the disability range.
Hi, I'm Chanel. Pembrokeshire Special Needs Gymnastics Club is so special because I love coming here every week and I have loads of nice friends and I have really nice coaches.
Sarah loves coming. She's been coming here since, I think, about 3 years now. She absolutely loves it. She loves getting out and stretching and running around and just meeting everybody. And the coaches, they're brilliant.
To be nominated for this award is absolutely fantastic. We are over the moon and it means so much to us as a club because we've gone from strength to strength just in terms of training coaches and allowing more children to participate in the sport of gymnastics.
And to announce the winner, here's Sarah Ellis from AF Blakemore, our community partners and sponsors of the InSport Series events, which you can find out more about at theinsportseries.co.uk. But let's now find out the winner.
And the winner of this year's InSport Award, North Wales Crusaders Wheelchair Rugby League.
I'd just like to say thank you to everyone who's made this award possible for the Crusaders Wheelchair Rugby League Club. I'm still not sure what we do to deserve awards like this, but it's purely down to what our players and our volunteers do that make the club such a special place to be. We strive to make sure that people with disabilities are always made welcome, whether they want to come as players or just as a member or even a spectator. Just come and join us. But to win the InSport Award, it's just a phenomenal achievement and it's purely down to the club and what we offer everyone.
Huge congratulations. And now to find out more about the InSport Series events, let's hear from DSW's Tom Rogers.
Over the first 10 years of the InSport programme, we've experienced engagement from across the sector with a great enthusiasm to ensure sport is inclusive. We have seen a growing network of InSport Gold Standard clubs who have been supported by their local authority and national governing body of sport partners. This includes at least one Gold Standard gymnastics club in every region of Wales, and a continued drive by clubs to develop over the last 12 months with both Torfaen Dolphins and North Wales Crusaders Wheelchair Rugby League clubs become the latest to achieve the standard. 2022 also saw the Welsh Rugby Union become the first national governing body of sport to achieve the gold NGB standard, reflecting their genuine determination and clear commitment to ensure disabled people across Wales looking to play, coach and volunteer across the game are a core part of the Welsh Rugby Union family. Continued buy-in from partners, which is essential for the programme, will continue to support growth of new and exciting inclusive opportunities across Wales. Looking forward, the number of organisations working towards all standards continues to grow, and Disability Sport Wales aim to continue to support all these partners committed to developing their inclusive offer. With a number aiming to achieve the gold standard in 2022, the InSport programme is well established and in position to continue to support the vision of an active nation for everyone.
It's amazing that even without being able to come together for some of last year, events have still been delivered and that we're starting to see opportunities grow again. And there are a couple of big InSport Series events coming up. One being delivered by Wales Deaf Sport at Sophia Gardens in Cardiff on the 24th of July, and another in Swansea as part of the Parasport Festival on the 1st of August. Just some dates for your diaries. Our Parasport Festival in Swansea this summer. What an amazing opportunity to see a whole range of para and disability sports, and Swansea know how to put on a show.
Oh, definitely. I mean, we saw that with the European Champs back in 2014 and how it really embraced para sport, so excited to see how they do it this summer.
Of course, you'll be competing at the Commonwealth Games. More on that later, but a busy summer of sport. Now, Parasport Festival is an event which intends to showcase parasport at its very best, to bring everything into one inclusive city and become a celebration of all things sport. The World Series Para Triathlon and Welsh Triathlon's intention to work collaboratively with other sports was where this programme started. And it has 3 years investment from the Welsh Government. Excitingly, there's an Ironman at 70.3 running as well. So what do you reckon, Al? You started your career in swimming, and I saw you sprint the other day. A late entrant, maybe?
No, I don't think so. A bit too heavy for that right now, but one day. Now, at the centre of the festival, the focus is an insport series event taking place on Monday, 1st of August. This is such a great opportunity to try out different sports, and who knows, we might discover the next Beth Monroe or the new mini-me, because we know there are so many talented people in Wales.
Which leads us on very nicely to our next award, the Emerging Athlete Award. This award recognises the achievements of athletes who are just about to break through on the world stage for their sport. These guys are incredibly talented and are definitely names to look out for in the future.
This award is supported by the Gareth John Bursary, which will give the winner some financial resources to further support their development and growth. This is something that Gareth, former chair, president and great friend to DSW, was always incredibly passionate about. How on earth did the judges make the decisions on this?
Thankfully, Al, the decision wasn't up to us. So let's see the 3 finalists in action as they show why they are all deserved to be this year's Emerging Athlete of the Year.
The thing I'm most proud of is getting selected as the captain for the Commonwealth Games squad for Wales, because any chance that I get to wear a Wales vest is doubly precious to me. And we had such a young squad. I think our average age was 18, and to be able to lead that and show the world that Wales are emerging is brilliant. But also this year I've had the opportunity to be part of the first ever women's professional league in the world for wheelchair basketball. So that has 4 teams in it, so I've represented Cardiff this year and we've played all over the country. We've played, I think 9 games it was, and then we made it all the way to playoffs. And just to be part of a league that incorporates women's sport and for it to be the first disability women's league in the world, and just to say that you're part of that is incredible.
I think with Anna it's always about positivity. You know, she really does encourage and bring out the best in those around her, and even for someone at such a young age, she's always been the leader. She will always try and bring the best out of the group around her. I picked her for the Welsh captain for the Wales women's squad, and again at her age to do that, she handled it as if it's, you know, the most natural thing in the world. So that's probably one of her biggest qualities, to be honest, just that ability to bring the best out of those around her and lead where it's needed.
To be nominated for Emerging Athlete is super important to me because it shows that my hard work is paying off. It's been a really rough year trying to balance exams and basketball and social life and family. It just shows me that I can do it, and there's people around me that see that fire in me and they know that I can get there one day, and for them to see that is just super important to me, and it really boosts my confidence.
The academy was the first thing, and I went through that in a week, and I think I realised, I'm not doing too bad with everybody else, considering they've all got 2 hands and everything. So I think I was kind of it's something I want to do. I'd say I'm proud of my 2 medals in the World Para Series. There's a different swimming competitions that go around in the year. So I got gold in my 200 IM in the youth in Italy, and then in Aberdeen I got the youth gold for my 400 free. So I think they're my main highlights over them last couple of months.
Meg's been in the club for, well, as long as I can remember, and she's actually worked her way up from the lessons into the junior ranks of the club, and she's now in the performance centre for Torvain Dolphins, and that's a high accolade in itself. We're so proud of her, we really are. She works hard, and she turns it on, she turns professionalism on when she needs to, and even though she's young, she's actually looked up to by a lot of older swimmers because of the way she conducts herself, and that's really important. Anybody who's going in day after day and getting rewarded for it by being recognised is really, really important.
It's amazing. I think it's just wonderful, really. It's quite cool how it's gone from, you know, just out of nowhere, and I think it'd be great to show other kids that it's ability, not disability, that matters, and that anybody can really do what I do, and it's, you know, kind of to just spur on other kids out there, if you know what I mean, just, yeah.
My biggest achievement so far is probably going to the Italy Grand Prix and competing for Great Britain under 20s. Came third overall in the Ysbrydoli Grand Prix, and that's probably the best achievement so far. There wasn't a better moment than getting that first GB vest, and hopefully I can get a Welsh vest in the future, but it's the best feeling in the world when you finally feel like you're starting to achieve.
I think one of the major achievements for Zach over the last 18 months is just being nominated and selected to be a part of the British Futures Academy. So for him, and the criteria to get onto that programme is that you need to show prospect to medal in a Paralympic Games in the next 8 years. I couldn't be prouder. You know, he's developed over the past 2 years. It's such a difficult climate. You know, we've gone through COVID, we've gone through the postponement of Paralympic Games, and for him to still have that commitment to training and development as anybody else senior above him is just tremendous. And for his achievements so far, going out to his first senior British competition and bringing home a bronze medal with his first GB vest, we couldn't ask for anything more of him.
To be nominated for this award is just it's just amazing to me. I've thoroughly enjoyed going through this sport, and being with DSW has done a lot for me. And being nominated for something like this for DSW is just amazing to me. It's just made me feel so good about what I'm doing. I want to be the best in the world. I want to be up there with the top athletes. I want to be known as one of the best discus throwers in the world.
And to announce the winner, here's Ben Pritchard, last year's winner of the Athlete of the Year award.
Hello, my name's Benjamin Pritchard, and I'm here to present the Emerging Athlete of the Year award. So the winner of this year's Emerging Athlete of the Year award and the recipient of the Gareth John bursary is Anastasia Blees. A huge congratulations, Anna, from me and everyone at Disability Sport Wales. What a promising future you have in sport.
I just want to thank everyone around me for supporting me throughout this year and helping me along the way. I'm really pleased to have won this award. It means the world. And I just want to thank my whole support system, all my friends, family, my coaches. It's been a brilliant year, and thanks so much.
We've got such an incredible scope of talent here in Wales. The future is bright. There's no question about it.
Yeah, definitely. It's great to see how much it's progressed over the years. It's come a long way over the last 10 years, and it's great to see so many youngsters trying to punch their way into those senior ranks.
Without question.
And let's find out more now about the Performance Pathway Hubs with DSW's Morgan Jones.
My name's Morgan, and I'm the Performance Pathway Hub Coordinator at DSW. The Performance Pathway Hub is a place for people who want to find out more about competitive pathways in sport. Hub participants can try new sports at our Performance Pathway day camps and they can access support and guidance through our online educational programme. If you'd like to find out more about the Performance Pathway Hub, get your device ready to scan the following QR code.
We know the past 2 years have been really challenging for so many people, but probably for those of us who are really interested in sport, the Summer and Winter Paralympics and Olympics brought us huge joy. And who better to reflect and look back than our very own Aled?
Tokyo. The biggest global stage. And we wanted to make our mark. To make history. And we were ready. There was plenty of debuts, records and medals to be won. And the Welsh contingent brought home 14 medals, 4 golds, 3 silver and 7 bronze. And it truly was a Games to remember. And as the seasons changed, 3 Welsh athletes headed out to Beijing to represent Great Britain at the Winter Paralympic Games. You had Dan Sheen and Stephen Thomas both making their debut. And Menna Fitzpatrick claiming a bronze and silver, making her Britain's most decorated Winter Paralympian of all time. And Wales yet again playing a vital role in Paralympics GB. And all our Welsh athletes showing once again that we deliver on the big stage.
Just watching that VT and reflecting on the Summer and Winter Paralympics, from your perspective, I feel like we should just be doused in towels, considering your competition. I've never ever seen rain like it.
Yeah.
I was going to bring loads, a suitcase like you did, funny enough, yeah?
I know, 72 towels or something I took out.
Is that what you took from the hotel?
Yeah, just piled those of towels. The thing is, I was one of the last one on, so I was watching everyone compete, and as a captain as well, I wanted to support, and I was analysing the conditions, and I thought, of course the Welsh weather's going to turn up. When it's been 40 degrees, 28 degree humidity, but about a foot of water, it was, difficult conditions, but for me it was nothing new. I've dealt with rain in Wales, so just had to make sure I kept my head in the game and do what I do best.
It was a waiting game leading up to Tokyo with the delay, and it was very much a waiting game for you as well, because you were, as you said, you were one of the last kind of competitors to take part. But Tokyo really shone, didn't it, in the end? We all needed it. It just goes to show how integral sport is to all of us.
Yeah, it was a small little light at the end of the tunnel over the last 2 years. That light that kept getting pushed away, so we were all kind of kept training, trying to stay fit. So many barriers that people across the world, not just here in Wales, but everywhere, was kind of struggling, and everyone, it was kind of who was the last person standing. But it did brighten everything up, and we really needed it, and it showed the power of para sport. And it really did give people a bit of belief.
Yeah.
And it was nice to be back, but I can't wait to see the stadiums full again.
I know, I can imagine that element. But it was great, Paralympics, GB, to representation. And I know it's Paralympics GB, but there's no doubt our Welsh guys and girls certainly did us proud in Tokyo and indeed in Beijing. And earlier I caught up with National Performance Manager Anthony Hughes, MBE, to just get his thoughts on what's been a fabulous couple of months.
The fact that we were able to get 23 Welsh competitors into the GB Paralympics team was just phenomenal. And the fact that I'm almost laughing while I'm telling you is that 14 medals from that 23 was huge. And to think in that we had 10.1% of the team, which is there and thereabouts from previous games. However, we've got to remember the numbers that are involved. I'm extremely proud, and I think when we can do that, 14 medals, 10.1% of the team, that is huge.
Going from the summer of Tokyo to the winter of Beijing, 3 individuals came from Wales and represented Paralympics GB, and a real cross-section of experience, and indeed one individual making his debut.
Yeah, I mean, that was something really, really special. I'm hoping that we can, continue in that train now, because the 3 that made into Beijing, we just got to continue now, and our numbers have always gone up. And I think if we can continue to do so and send more people, to Italy next time. We like Italy. Italy's not that far away. We're used to that. We're used to the people, the training venues. So I'm hoping we can make a bigger impact in there. Maybe get some of our lovely young talented sledge hockey players back on the ice. So that would be a unique thing again to go back to doing that.
Well, future's bright. Thank you, Andy. It's always good to reflect on Tokyo and Beijing, but let's look ahead now. We've already kind of hinted about a very significant summer of sport, and all eyes will be on Birmingham because it is about the Commonwealth Games. Yeah. And I have to say, no pressure, but it's the one title that eludes you. You've changed now from shot put to focus on discus.
Yep. Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's like every major, right? Unfortunately, ever since 2012, not unfortunately, but like since 2012, everyone just expects me to win everything. But I am a perfectionist, I work hard, and I'm always aiming for that top accolade too. But it's something special about Commonwealth Games, being a proud, patriotic Welshman. And, I obviously, Glasgow 2014 didn't go to plan for me. So I didn't think I'd get another opportunity. So this one, I've really dialed in for, really put everything I've got into it. I've only had a year to switch up from shot to discus, but I've taken it in my stride. I'm flying, and I'm just looking forward to getting back out there, if I'm honest.
It's a bit like a home games. I mean, it's only up the road in Birmingham, and there is a great vibe in Team Wales.
Yeah, there is. It's, like I said, it doesn't get closer unless it was in Wales, obviously. Yeah. But yeah, it is going to be like a home champs. It's an integrated team, which is always special. Para and able-bodied athletes alongside. I think it's amazing experience, and it's a great opportunity to showcase our sport and what we can do in front of a whole new audience.
A real assortment of strength and depth within Team Wales. You're one of the old guys now.
I know. It is strange. It's mad to think that I've been around for this long, but there's life in the old dog yet.
And also, as you say, I mean, I know how fiercely patriotic you are, and it's something very special to wear the Welsh vest. Because what's your mantra again? What's your phrase that you love?
I'r Gard.
I'r Gard.
I'r Gard, yeah. To the battle.
To the battle?
To the battle.
Love that.
Yeah, I've always said it. I'm very proud of my heritage and where I'm from, and I just think Wales is a very special little country, and we do so well. And it's great to see the attitude change over the years. People starting to believe that. We're not just like, oh, we've got a few Welsh guys in this. It's like we're going there with a team that's fierce, ready to take medals. Yeah. And I like that kind of business element to things these days. Yeah, to the battle this summer. Incredible achievements, hopefully, at Commonwealth Games, and still more to look forward this evening
because now it's time for Athlete of the Year award.
Hi guys, I'm Beth Munro, para GB Taekwondo athlete competing in the -65 kilogram category. I kind of fell into Taekwondo, having gone to a DSW event in North Wales and then being scouted by the fantastic Anthony Hughes. I then moved down to Cardiff to train in javelin, not Taekwondo. And then one weekend, Anthony said, oh, let's give Taekwondo a go. And in I went to Taekwondo Cymru, who were my first ever Taekwondo club. And then I progressed into GB, and now I am a silver Paralympic medalist. Going into Tokyo, the expectations for me was pretty low in regards to the fact that I'd never done Taekwondo before, and it was a case of just going out there, giving it my all and doing my best. Having come off the semi-finals, knowing that I'd bagged Para Taekwondo's first ever medal and made history was pure elation. And then coming out on that final against a pioneer of the sport, Lisa Jessing, was just, again, another fantastic moment for myself over in Tokyo. I was a little bit disappointed with the loss at the final, but it took me 60 seconds to get over that, having realised that I'd achieved a silver medal, having only been at GB for 6 months. So I cannot complain with that, can I? Having the honour of putting on that GB kit to represent my country was amazing. How proud I felt just to put it on, to make my family and the nation proud, was an achievement, and I hope it may continue into Paris 2024. Even though I'm quite a modest person, I can honestly say I'm very proud of myself for what I've achieved in such a short period of time. Paralympic silver medalist and recently European champ, having got gold in Manchester, and long may it continue.
Hi, I'm Menna Fitzpatrick, a visually impaired alpine ski racer. So I started skiing at the age of 5 on a family ski holiday and absolutely fell in love with the sport. And the feeling that skiing gives you, the wind through your hair, the adrenaline, the excitement, the speed of it and everything like that, I just absolutely loved, and decided to give racing a go when I was 13 and have never looked back since, and been on the World Cup team for about 8 years now. So yeah, been to 2 games, Pyeongchang and Beijing. I felt really nervous and excited at the same time. I was nervous because of all the COVID restrictions, all the tests we had to get through just to even get on the plane. So I was really nervous about getting that, but thankfully I didn't. Unfortunately, my guide did, so I had to swap out my guide with 3.5 weeks to go. But thankfully I trained a lot with Gary Smith as well, who was my reserve guide and stepped in and did a brilliant job and managed to help me win a silver and a bronze. So I'm really proud of what we achieved together, despite all the challenges. It's absolutely a massive honour to represent Great Britain at the highest level at the Paralympic Games. I couldn't be prouder of the whole team. The whole team did really, really well, and I'm super proud of what Gary and I did. And it was with the help of Katie throughout the whole summer and training and leading up to the games as well. Yeah, I couldn't be prouder, and I'm super, super happy to be able to wear this kit. To wear that kit on the podium was absolutely amazing, and I couldn't be prouder of Gary and myself. So I'm super happy and delighted with our achievements.
Hello, I'm Paul Carabadek, British Paralympic table tennis class 6 in singles and class 6-7 in team event. First got involved in table tennis when I suffered a stroke at the age of 10. I used to play a lot of football but could no longer play due to the stroke, so I got involved in table tennis at a local youth club in Swansea. Going into Tokyo, I felt really relaxed and positive. Due to COVID, I wasn't rushing around everywhere doing training, so I think that gave me a good chance to relax and rest my body. I'm immensely proud to pull on the Paralympics GB kit every time I get the opportunity, because you have to work so hard to qualify for a Paralympic Games, and it's just a huge honour to represent Paralympics GB and to go out there and perform for Paralympics GB. It's just such a huge honour. To beat the world #1 to send me and Will through to the final was amazing. I'd never beaten the Spaniard before, who's world #1, so to beat him in the semi-final of a Paralympic Games was just amazing. I can't describe it. I think it was great that I could show everyone just how good I was and just what I'm capable of. I'm immensely proud of my achievements in Tokyo. I'd worked so hard for it and I'd been playing such a long time, and you think that these moments are never going to come, so to do it and to have waited as long as I had and to have trained as hard as I had to achieve that was just brilliant, because a lot of the time you don't always get what you deserve, and I felt I deserved my medals in Tokyo.
And to announce the winner, here's journalist Pete Gillibrand.
Hi, I'm Peter Gillibrand, and the winner of this year's Athlete of the Year award is Menna Fitzpatrick. Massive congratulations, Menna, thoroughly deserved.
Thank you so much. It's a massive honour to win this award, and I would just like to say a massive thank you for everyone who's helped me along the way. That's my family being my support. That's Katie Guest being my guide. That's Gary Smith for being an amazing reserve guide. That's a thank you to all the coaches, all the ski techs. that I've worked with over the years to get me to this stage. And I'd just like to say a massive thank you and well done to all the nominees. You did amazing, and I'm super proud to be up there with you guys, and yeah, thank you so much.
Huge congratulations to Menna, and from an elite athlete perspective, Al, there is so much going on.
Indeed, exciting to see that Wales Deaf Sport are hosting their first Wales Deaf Games in Cardiff in July. Have a look at socials to come on that.
And there's been some fantastic work ongoing with Wales Deaf Sport, Welsh Sports Association of People with Learning Disability, and Special Olympics Wales, which will see strategy and organisational changes to enhance opportunities throughout Wales. Watch out for updates as they come through from those organisations.
So many athletes and participants are influenced by so many great people in Wales, and this next award is always an incredibly emotive one. It is an award chosen by DSW and provides us with normally only a small snapshot of the sheer volume of work that the recipient has done over the years for disability sport in Wales, into the UK and at world level. This year's recipient has spent a significant part of their life working with athletes within Special Olympics and Virtus. So let's find out more about this individual.
I think going back in memory, my first occasion of meeting and seeing the impact that this lady has on individuals, on sport, on young people, hit me in 1996. I was flew out to the European Championships in Lisbon, and I didn't really know anybody on the team. I took a Welsh athlete with me, and he was very special to me. I coached him through his early stage of his career, and I was the one that was nominated to go with him. And he came in, and we had quite a high demand level of what he needed and his needs. And I was met at the door by a lady who quite imposingly said, "This is how it's going to go." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So yeah, from that moment, she made an impact, and I sat back and watched with pride of the amazing things that she achieved.
First word that comes to mind is formidable. I thought, my goodness me, what a formidable lady, but also what an incredibly knowledgeable lady as well. She's incredibly modest, and so she probably wouldn't attest to a lot of this, but she's somebody that's often in the background, and she's the one that's beavering away, not just around policy and provision and equity and inclusion, but actually on a day-to-day basis with the athletes. She lives and breathes for the athletes. You know, she has a big heart, and she's there living and breathing for them. Her knowledge, and that knowledge she's brought to the UK Sports Association. If I look at all the things she's worked with me on personally, our board with, our various sports committees, her impact can't really be measured in words. She has helped us through thick and thin. She has weathered the storm. She's been at the forefront of the good times. She's supported athletes. She's supported me on a professional and personal level. And I think there's a lot of people around our table would say the same thing.
The athletes adored her. They worked with her, but they worked not because that's what they needed to do. It's because they wanted to do it. And that was the difference. She was a big mum to most of them, but at the same time, ruthlessly disciplined and ensured that things were right, and they had to be right in her own very unique way.
She was the first coach I had, and she was fantastic. You know, she really did give everyone the confidence to be who they wanted to be as an athlete, and really kind of helped us break any barriers that we had for ourselves, and she gave us the confidence to do that. And she definitely struck fear into us in some of the sessions she used to give us, but she's a fantastic woman, and she's been a huge part of my journey and many others across all disabilities.
This lady is more than special. 20 some odd years she's been involved with disability sport, and she is so deserving of this award. And she's a fantastic person, brilliant character, but I have to tell you one story about her that means so much. You know, they say they're the unsung heroes of sport, are coaches. But I can remember coming out of retirement when I was 57, my boy had never ever seen me competing. So I was going to compete up at Stoke Mandeville. And I bumped into this lady and we were chatting. She said, I know you come out of retirement to do this games. She said, but I've got someone that's a bit special. He's going to be as good as you. She said, well, in fact, he's going to be better than you. And she said, in fact, she turned to walk away. She said, in fact, he's better than you now. And this young lad turned out to be Nathan Stevens. So, and she was right. He did turn out to be absolutely fantastic, and he was better than me.
Jane, it's with amazing thanks and congratulations. I want to thank you personally and on behalf of all the people that have been involved with Disability Sport Wales over the years for what you've brought and what you've done and what you've given to this sport. And I know you've given and you've made huge sacrifices, and I can honestly say I'm not a man that's impressed easily, but you certainly have made a massive impact in the lives of so many young people.
And I just want to say a massive thank you, Jane, for everything you have done for me and many, many other athletes within Disability Sport Wales. Thank you so much, and you thoroughly deserve this award.
I am so grateful to you for all the years that you've given to the UK Sports Association, how you have driven sport for people with intellectual impairment by your contribution. I'm so grateful to you on a personal and professional level for all the support you've given to me through the thick and thin of the UK Sports Association, all the things that we've had to work together on. And I know on behalf of all the athletes, the staff, the coaches, the volunteers, everybody that's involved, we're all applauding you right now. Enjoy every moment of it and have a great, great evening. Thank you, Jane.
Well, Jane, I would like to say congratulations on this award, and you are so deserving of this award, and it gives me an absolutely huge amount of pleasure to be able to hand this award over to you, because I was last year's recipient, and it gives me, like I say, a huge amount of pleasure to hand this award to you. Congratulations, Jane, and well done.
Oh, Al, what an emotional evening, but a worthy recipient of Lifetime Achievement.
Yeah, Jane's an incredible lady. I've been lucky to go on many trips with her over the years. Her giving up her time and her passion for it is just second to none, and she really was like the lifeblood of the team at the time, and yeah, a worthy recipient.
And it is all about volunteers, because I don't think DSW would be what it is without those amazing people across the length and breadth of Wales who give so much time.
Yeah, definitely. They are the heart of sport, and we couldn't do hardly anything without them.
No, you're right.
And we're now delighted to be joined on the sofa by CEO Fiona Reid.
Welcome.
Noswaith da.
It's so nice to see you on the sofa rather than virtually. Yeah, no, it's great to see you, Fee.
It's nice to be here.
What a night, you know. How do you feel the awards have gone this evening?
Oh, it's incredible. I always feel completely blown away when we do events like this, because it really does celebrate the people who are making the most difference within inclusive sport in Wales. So, yeah, it's been an incredible night. And I don't know how the panel made the decisions they made, because, you know, of all the finalists and those who've won, I mean, huge congratulations, but a very unenviable job there.
No, I'm glad that we didn't do it, that's for sure. But what a wonderful night to celebrate all the achievements.
Yeah, and I think that's the really exciting thing about the Disability Sport Wales Awards is that it does celebrate right the way through from kind of an initial engagement with physical activity and the people who are there to support it, the journey that everybody takes and all those important people who are involved with that journey, right through to, you know, the likes of yourself, Al, and the achievements of the elite athletes. You know, this year we've seen the winter and summer Paralympic Games. So yeah, it's a great opportunity to celebrate right throughout the whole spectrum of physical activity, including sport. It's great.
And we have to take this opportunity as well to just acknowledge the amazing support of all our partners.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the past 12 months has been difficult. The past 24 months have been, you know, they've come with significant challenge, especially when people are, you know, essentially play sport or are physically active with other people. So both AF Blakemore, SPAR and Admiral have been incredibly supportive in the way that they've encouraged us to do things differently, to innovate, to be creative, so that we can still get inclusive, accessible physical activity out to people in Wales. So yeah, huge thanks to them for their support.
Is there anyone you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many. How long have we got, really? I'd like to, throughout this evening, we've heard some incredibly emotive music, and I'd like to thank Ryan Elliott, who composed that music and, you know, continues to allow us to use it to kind of really get that sense of achievement throughout things like our awards. So thank you to Ryan for that. I'd like to say thank you to everybody who's spent the time nominating. It takes time, and without people nominating, we don't get to hear the great stories. So thank you to all of those people, and to everybody who's kind of sitting behind the scenes. So they're booking the facilities, they're organising the sports clubs, they're providing the time to coach or to volunteer. You know, they're acting as taxi service or whatever. You know, I think we don't often acknowledge those people, and I think, you know, that's one of the purposes of this evening. I've just got a couple more thank yous, if that's okay. I'd like to say thanks to the people who've been involved with the production of this evening as well. So Gold Fox, Lloyd Bell Productions, Sarah Lawrence, who has done our BSL translation, Harv Roberts, who's done our Welsh language translation, and then finally to you guys. You know, I think second year that you've been and hosted the awards for us in this format, and it's wonderful having both of you to deliver and host the awards. So thank you, diolch yn fawr.
No, diolch yn fawr I chi. Thank you very much, and thank you for the hard work you do as well.
Thank you. Diolch.
We asked all of you to say a diolch yn fawr to people who had made a big difference to you over the past few years. So let's hear what you had to say.
Hi, I just want to say a huge thank you to Mike Hayes. This year he coached the first Wales women's wheelchair basketball team in the 3v3 Commonwealth qualifiers. We're a really young team and he's constantly inspiring us to reach our future goals and shape us into better players. His contributions are amazing and they're beyond words, and his passion for the sport is incredible. So thank you so much, Mike.
Hi, Carl Hamilton Frisbee here. This is thank you to Caroline Matthews, DSW, and the men's 3x3 squad for allowing me to train and compete at the men's Commonwealth Games and the school games. They were fantastic experiences and allowed me to take the next step in my basketball journey. Thank you, Caroline, for inspiring me to become a better player. I've learned lots under you and I'll be forever grateful for your experiences.
Hi, my name's Libby and I want to say a massive diolch yn fawr to Mike Hayes, who's my basketball coach. Aside from how considerate and kind Mike is off the court, he's also an amazing coach who I feel incredibly lucky to have worked with, as he's helped develop me and so many others so that we can reach the potential that we want to. The difference that working with Mike has made with my confidence is bigger than I can ever explain. I'm incredibly lucky to have worked with such a kind and considerate person and such an amazing coach. I hope Mike gets the recognition that he deserves, and I really hope that he can see how much we really appreciate him, because without him I don't think any of us who have worked with him would be where we are or feeling as confident as we are, and I can't explain how thankful I am for that.
Hoffwn ddiolchu Caroline Matthews am yr holl gymorth, cefnogaeth ac anogaeth a rhoddodd hi i'r tîm I gyd ac I mi fel rhieni. Diolch.
Thank you, Caroline Matthews, for all the opportunities you provided for us as being our Wales Wheelchair Basketball 3x3 coach for the Commonwealth Games qualifiers. It was an amazing opportunity and we couldn't have done it without you. Thank you very much, Caroline.
I would like to say diolch yn fawr to Helen Pierce. Helen is a volunteer at Aberystwyth Wheelchair Basketball Club and the Mighty Ducks Disability Sports Club. She sits behind the scenes and is one of those unseen heroes that is the rock and the foundation of our clubs. Helen has raised over £40,000 in grant funding to help support our new office here in Aberystwyth for our wheelchair basketball club and funding for return to activities following the pandemic. The impact she has from raising these funds is phenomenal. People in our area have the opportunities to participate in sport thanks to Helen Pierce. Diolch yn fawr iawn, Helen. Thank you very much.
And so that concludes the 2022 Disability Sport Wales Virtual Awards. What a night.
Some amazing stories. Huge congratulations to all our winners. Thanks for all your comments and your tweets.
Nights like this evening make us all incredibly proud as we really do have so much to celebrate here in Wales. Keep safe, keep enjoying sport, and Al, good luck to you and the rest of Team Wales in Birmingham. We'll all be watching.
Oh, diolch yn fawr iawn. Thanks, Sam. Another incredible evening. Thank you for watching and good night.